Hi everyone, and Anna, I'm kind of fond of the theme of this week, so here goes nothing. I couldn't pick my favorite poet, so I decided to do two, and one of them is John Lennon, because you all know that I like John Lennon, and then the other one is Margaret Atwood, who I fell in love with in my junior year of high school, because I had to read a book that Mrs. Sorrells picked out for us, and one of them could be the Penelope, which is Penelope's version of the Odyssey. So it's very interesting, very feminism kind of story. And then senior year, when I had to do the poet research, I researched Margaret Atwood, and she's really cool. Anna got me this book for my birthday last year, and it is awesome because it's his two books that he published. The National Health Cow. I strolled into a farmyard when no one was about. Treading past the troubles, I raised my head to shout. "Come on out, the cow with glasses," I called and rolled my eye. It ambled up toward me. I milked it with a sigh. "You're just in time," the cow said. Its eyes were all aglaze. "I'm feeling like an elephant. I aren't been milked for days." "Why is this?" I asked it, tugging at its throttles. "I don't know why, perhaps it's 'cause my milk comes out in bottles." "That's handy for the government," I thought, and in a tick, the cow fell dead all sudden. I smashed it with a brick. That's John's poem. As you can see, he illustrated it. So, the other poem by Margaret Atwood that I really like is called The Siren Song. She likes to write a lot about mythology, and she has a very, very black sense of humor. So, kind of like John. That's why the theme, I guess, of my poetry is black humor. And by black, I don't mean racist, I mean dark. The only thing with Margaret Atwood's poetry is she likes to have lots of au genres, so I'm going to put a link so you can actually see it, because it's cooler when you see how the poem looks than hearing it. The Siren Song. The song that forces men to leap overboard in squadrons, even though they see breached skulls. The song nobody knows, because anyone who had heard it is dead, and the others can't remember. Shall I tell you the secret? And if I do, will you get me out of this bird suit? I don't enjoy it here, squatting on this island, looking picturesque and mythical. With these two feathery maniacs, I don't enjoy singing this trio fatal and valuable. I will tell the secret to you, only to you. Come closer, this song is a cry for help. Help me! Only you can. You are unique. At last, alas, it is a boring song, but it works every time. Guess now I'll talk about my life. I have a sculpture assignment due on Monday, and I was going to go to the studio today to finish it, but it's closed, so I have to do it tomorrow. Remember how I said I want to be an art minor? I'm still ambivalent because if I become an art minor, I'm going to take all sculpture classes besides the 3 that you have to take to be an art minor. And currently, I'm not too sure if I want to continue in sculpture, mainly because currently there's 8 students in the sculpture class, or 9, no, there's 8, and then it goes down to 5, and then the final, the highest level is 2, and you're graded against each other. So currently, I'm going to see how this year goes. I'm casting my hand. So how I do that is I dip my hand in skin wax, which is wax that is warm enough to melt, but it isn't hot enough to burn you. So you dip your hand, and then you take your hand out, and then you pour the plaster in it, and you create a mold, and then you peel the wax off, and you're left with the impression of your hand. So I was fooling around, and I wanted to make myself a ring stand, so I made a ring stand out of my hand, and I use to hold my cell phone now, too. So, this is my hand. Although it got a little demented when I pulled it out because I bent the wax because it was too warm, but it made a perfect, cell phone holder. I'm kind of happy about that. The thing that I really, really want to talk about is Women in Black. I saw that on Friday. I didn't want to see it. It was my first scary film that I saw ever. I think, I don't know, maybe something else I saw, but I just don't remember it. Well, I kind of, We Were Soldiers is pretty scary, but that's a different kind of scary film. Um, but I was watching it like this the entire time. Or I was watching it like this, and my friend Emily kept looking back at Susan and I, because we were sitting in twos, and she was wondering what we were doing, but we were plugging our ears. So, it was kind of funny. It was good because it was Daniel Radcliffe, but people kept making Harry Potter jokes at certain things. Like, he tried to open this door, and he couldn't get it open, so he decided to grab an axe, and he ran up there with the axe, and it turns out the door opened up in the time that he ran downstairs. And someone just yelled, "Why didn't you just cast Alohomora, Harry?" So, it was kind of a big Harry Potter joke. The ending is awful. That's why I didn't like it. But at least I saw it for $1, so I didn't really care. But if I paid full price, I would be pissed, because the main reason I stayed through all the scary parts was to know how he would defeat the woman in black. It was a bad ending. Bye, everyone!